afraid. Be very afraid.
I get nervous when the spouses start getting super into the murder stuff because they're like, he had been inching toward it for 10 years. And then finally, she poisoned the meatloaf. You're like, no.
Don't tell me that. I just had meatloaf like 2 days ago.
Exactly.
Like,
See, I mean, it's slow poison too. It takes a while.
Yeah, she's building the level up.
She
It's a
keeps nodding over here.
slow poison.
That's the Russian way when they put uranium in your food and it kills you slowly.
We started watching Paradise tonight.
what's Paradise?
Right? So 2 thumbs up. Did you watch the whole first episode?
Whole first episode.
Okay, so we can't give anything away to the listeners and to Ryan.
No, or Ryan.
What's
when
it
you're
on?
done, it's on Hulu.
Okay.
It's very good. If you have Disney Plus, you can watch it through that too. It's a solid watch.
Like the first half hour or so is like, all right, this is gonna be a kind of a straightforward whodunit, and then
they give you a twisty twist. That show, so I can't explain the episode, any details about the episode, but episode 7 of that show is one of the best episodes of television I've watched in a very, very long time. It's they like keep doubling down on a certain aspect of it, and it just gets better and better and better. And I was like, okay, well now that was the episode before the season finale, so it's theirs to lose, right? And they kept the ball in the air. It landed well.
You got me intrigued when you're saying it's like on your top for television like episodes, because that means it's like that good, especially in recent time where like certain television shows are hit and miss.
Right.
Like it's like it looks good, but it doesn't turn out, or you get that rare gem like The Bear, which is also on Hulu.
Another great one. Hulu does have a good track record, for sure.
Yeah, they do.
But yeah, you're gonna enjoy this. And John's right; it does feel like a straightforward whodunit. They do foreshadow that twisty part a little bit in the first episode, if you think about it afterward, which I like too, because it's kind of like Shutter Island, where you're like, "Oh, it was right in my face the whole time."
Ooh, okay.
But it's interesting.
There's just like a couple moments where it starts to unravel. You're like, holy crap. This is not what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like M. Night Shyamalan either. It's very organic in how it goes. It's not, well, post Sixth Sense Shyamalan.
Is he producer or creator?
No.
Oh, okay. I was
nothing
like,
to do with
he did something good finally after this whole time. Like
100 years of just buying properties, trying to pull B. Abrams at that point.
Basically.
Anything I can put a twist in. But no, this is
what's a twist?
Quality. You know, it'd be cool if M. Night Shyamalan directed Leprechaun.
Ooh, there'd be tons of twists, and there was a little twist.
A Harlem Globetrotter at the end, and not a leprechaun, and they're like, "Oh, he got me again." He wasn't dead the whole time.
The gold is the chocolate wrapped in like a gold coin.
Nice. So, guys, if you haven't figured it out, this is Xenomania episode 11, Leprechaun, and we're doing in honor of St. Patrick's Day. It's bad Irish accent.
It's a better Irish accent than you would have got from me.
It's passable. It's passable.
We have an Irish neighbor. See, I always roll into like, am I doing Train Spotting? Am I doing Leprechaun? But yeah. So we have a little bit to unpack with this movie, and having watched it again after a very long time, I didn't remember Jennifer Aniston was in it, for starters.
Oh.
I remember. I don't remember the nose, so the nose was like a good memory.
Yeah,
like
that's a good one.
But I didn't remember the beginning.
Oh yeah, the beginning.
I don't even remember that. Like watching it again, and I was like, I remember it starting from when Ozzy finds the crate on a sci-fi Saturday afternoon. I've never seen the beginning before, so it's like my first time seeing that, and I was like, oh god, like there's more. There is more.
Yeah. That's like 20 minutes in.
The movie's a solid watch. I didn't think I'd enjoy it at all. especially in 2025,
Mm-hmm.
because I've already seen it. But I don't know if you like watch it and kind of think that the Leprechaun's Brad Pitt chasing after Jennifer Aniston throughout the movie. It does have sort of a nice parallel uniformity to it.
Yeah.
It's the beginning of their love.
He's not as sexy, but
Not nearly.
it's
Well,
close.
so
I think it's close. It's,
He's
you
got his
know,
moments.
Brad Pitt is like here, and the Leprechaun is like here.
he drops down a little bit.
Just a touch.
The abs. He only has one ab. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't have all 8.
It's a gold. It's a gold plate. That's what it is. He's just made out of gold.
He's got the gold medallion on his chest. That'd be cool. I think in Leprechaun in the Hood, he does have bling.
Yes.
Doesn't he get bling?
I'm sure he does. Yeah.
It's
I
down
haven't
the
seen
line,
that one
everybody.
forever.
That one's not. The first one's a legitimately good watch. It's not like all these horror movie properties that turned into sort of campy, like Jason in Space and stuff, Jason X, which was also fun to watch, but it's not the same as watching the first Friday the 13th or the first Nightmare on Elm Street. They change. Leprechaun started out, I mean, not necessarily, maybe in that realm on the Venn diagram of those films. It's still always been a little silly, but it did change into a joke after a while.
So I didn't realize this, but Leprechaun won a Fangoria Chainsaw Award that year.
Oh, really?
For worst film.
I can see that, though.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I mean,
what else came out here?
I would have to look into it. It can't be the worst horror movie of that year.
So which year did Leprechaun come out?
1993.
Okay. Yeah, it makes that tracks. 10-year-old me saw that movie. So, okay. There had to have been a worse horror movie in 93.
Absolutely.
That was the era. That was the era of churning out kind of subpar films.
Yeah. And you're getting into the direct-to-video market and all that. So this feels like it was somebody who is like either offended by the premise or just no sense of humor.
Irish Americans don't get a chance to be upset about Leprechaun. It's okay.
It was 100% an Irishman saying it from an Irish perspective. He was like, son of a bitch, drinking a Guinness.
Like even Italian, like The Sopranos basically mock Italian Americans the entire series.
100%.
Not a single Italian is not proud of that entire show. They're like, yeah, they gobble goal. I get it. That stuff. Irish are the same way. They don't get up in arms about that stuff. They get mad when you like order an Irish car bomb on St. Patrick's Day if you're talking to a true Irishman. They're like, a little offensive. That was a real problem where I lived. But other than that, that's interesting. I really wonder. Well, anyway, all right. So Leprechaun. Let's go through the premise of the movie. It's not just a leprechaun; it's a whole thing. So where does he come from? This wee man.
Well, Ireland.
Yeah. This one comes straight from Ireland. He follows old Daniel O'Grady, who tricked him and trapped him and stole his gold and came back to America. And he wants his gold back.
And he's looking for it.
Gives O'Grady a heart attack.
Literally.
Jumps out of the suitcase. The suitcase bit was pretty cool. Like the throwing off of the voice and stuff. Like as campy as it is, it's like that good campiness, you know?
Yeah.
Like, because you're going back to the Fangoria, I'm just thinking about it, like saying it's the worst movie. I mean, for that time, yeah, but as the time has progressed, it's a fun watch. And it's always been a fun watch, you know? Especially like from how we saw it from our point of view. Like you said, 10. I was at least, God, when I saw it was like 6. So it's like seeing it from all these different perspectives. It's just like
wee babies.
I could not allow my 6-year-old. I have a 6-year-old. I could never let him watch Leprechaun.
Sci-fi at 3:00. Come on now, on a Sunday.
We do good folklore in this house. Like I teach them that the Fae are like in the woods. Don't mess with the mushrooms because you're going to disturb the circle and things like that. Like I keep that vibe going because it's so fun with them. But Leprechaun, yeah, that would not make it. every St. Patrick's Day, we pretend a leprechaun's been in the house. They wouldn't sleep. Is March coming? No.
But that's when you immediately show Willow, and that'll like
Yeah.
ease it all off. Be like, that's who he is.
So we have the actor from Willow who played the leprechaun in the first movie. I think that's another reason the movie is very great, by the way. The actor's name, who I read his name like an hour ago and I forgot it.
Warwick Davis.
Right, Warwick Davis. He's phenomenal. He was in a lot of. He did Willow, Leprechaun, and he's another thing that with like the heavy makeup. What is it?
Wicket. The Ewok from Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, as well as the two Ewok specials.
Yep.
Yeah. So he's.
I mean, he's basically one of the go-to little people.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. He's probably there before Tyrion Lannister was a viable role and things like that. He was probably he's probably the top guy for like legitimate acting roles.
He started young. He started his first role. Wicket was at 17 years old, I think.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. 15 years old. He was 17 when he did Willow, which is interesting. So it's like
he was only 17 in Willow?
Yep, only 17. Man. Crazy, right?
Fun story. Val Kilmer was 110 in Willow. If you'll believe that.
There can only
out of
be
the way.
And so, little side story: Warwick Davis got his work visa sped up by Vice President Dan Quayle.
Oh wow!
Okay.
Holy hell! Dan Quayle, Vice President under George H.W. Bush, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
See, that's
couldn't spell potato, but he could get Warwick Davis into the country.
Who can spell potato though? It's like a criminally hard to spell word.
Is it?
Toe. You just want to put toe in there. Potato. Is that how he spelled it? Did he add an A at the end?
Yep, he put the E at the end.
Yep.
On national TV.
Oh.
Potato.
Sorry, Dan Quayle. And that was enough to ruin you back then.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Haley's brought us Warwick Davis back to the country.
Right.
Yes.
Which is nice. True. So he crushes it in Leprechaun. Absolutely crushes it. And one of the things about Leprechaun that makes the monster Leprechaun so scary is that he's so expressive. The way they did the makeup for him and the way he's played it just nails it. It's freaky. He's a freaky little thing.
Mm-hmm.
It took a while to apply all the makeup. He was saying, I think it was like 8 hours in the makeup chair. And at that time, with those prosthetics and stuff, it was rough. But he made it through, and Warwick is just he's a very calm person from reading notes and like interviews and stuff. He's just a very humble person, and that's pretty cool.
He also did most of his own stunts in Leprechaun.
Now I'm thinking of the wheelchair, the roller skates.
I'm trying to figure out where they may have replaced him with one of those old remember those wrestling buddies you used to get where you throw them?
Yep.
Because that was basically like the prop department would just make. I'm trying not to do this in a way where I'm poking fun at little people. It's not my intention here. I'm just explaining. they would switch him over like Jazz in the Fresh Prince when he throws him out of the house. When Uncle Phil throws him out of the house, clearly a dummy. But they would just grab one of those beat up buddies from the WWF. That's what it was called back then, and toss him out. I wonder what stunts were tough for him, though. I'm trying to think of stuff that required stunts in the movie.
There weren't a lot that I can,
He's pitched it. It's not Mission Impossible 3, but I still respect it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's not laying down the side of a building in full makeup. He probably did a bunch of his falls and things like that during the action sequences where also, what are they going to replace him with? The stunt double has got to be a chair for 8 hours too.
And a child.
Yeah. They should have just gotten it. Child labor laws are ruining this country.
Really hard. Get the kids back to the mines.
Their tiny hands are good for getting the good stuff out of the crevices.
Fine. Their little lungs are resistant to mesothelioma. It's fine.
Got a mesothelioma. I can't wait to see if the transcript spells mesothelioma correctly when we're making the subtitle file. Oh man,
They'll be safe. They'll have a mask. No Harry Warden incidents.
that's true.
They don't need masks.
One respirator
They'll
per 5.
outgrow it.
They'll outgrow it.
I have
I
the
don't think
black
that's how
lung.
cancer works. I think it outgrows you.
Listen, Tiny Tim, you'll be fine.
So let's get back to Jennifer Aniston. Yeah, clearly the biggest name in the film besides Warwick.
And biggest nose, pre-nose job. Sorry, it's not a jab. It's just, pre at a certain time, Jennifer Aniston had a schnoz, and
She must hate this movie.
She does.
Oh, yeah.
That this movie
She.
exists.
There's a story I forget. I think Justin Theroux she was dating at the time. She sat down to watch it like 2019 for the first time, and she said she just cringed through the whole thing.
I'd imagine if I was an actor, I couldn't watch my own work. That would be hard.
No way.
Because you're criticizing yourself consistently throughout it, I'm sure. And with her, it's all about the appearance. I mean, she became a better actress as she aged, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Much better. But she must have just been staring at her face the entire time she watched it, hating it.
Yeah. I mean, at this point in time, she wasn't even the biggest actor in her family.
Oh, wow. Who was bigger?
Her dad. Her dad was John Aniston, who was, I mean, I knew him from Days of Our Lives. He was Victor Kiriakis.
Such a
Do you think they wrote that part in for Joey and Friends just to jab at her?
Probably.
A little bit?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
A little bit? That's funny.
She wasn't bad in the film. I just thought she was just like, it was pre-Rachel because it was released before Friends. It was just like Tori was Rachel. That's how I saw it, with the cell phone, and she was just in a horror movie. And Nathan was an alternate version of Ross. That was it. He just wasn't a bitch. It's okay.
Did he kiss the waitress? Were they on a break?
They were on a break.
They were on a break.
She does a good job. She's reactionary. She does the young scream queen thing in it. She does what she needs to do. It's nothing groundbreaking. Nothing like a little step in Nosferatu should probably win an Academy Award.
Agreed. It was a good step in the right direction for her, because then she was featured in Friends. But before that, she was actually on the television series Ferris Bueller Day Off. There was a TV series. It was like one season, and she played the sister. It's horrible.
This is a Mandela thing. There's a Ferris Bueller's Day Off TV series.
I don't even think it got a whole season.
I think 13 episodes for an 80s show. 13 episodes, and it starts off where the actor takes out the Matthew Broderick cutout and cuts him in half, and he's like, "That's really not Ferris Bueller." And after I saw that, I was like, "You son of a bitch! That is Ferris Bueller." This is lies. No, it did not.
You cannot mess with that. Every kid in the universe. They played that on network television. Sometimes it was on 2 channels. I remember once it was on channel 7 at like 10:30 in the morning on a weekday morning, and it was also on USA at the same time, running at different points in the movie. I could go back and be 8 minutes behind it.
When I was in high school, that was the go-to tour bus field trip movie.
No nudity, no bad
every
language.
time. Yep.
We went to a wrestling tournament in New Hampshire, and you know what those Guido coaches decided to put on for all of us? They put on Casino.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Casino. There were 8th graders and 6th graders and 7th graders on that bus too, because the lower weight class is 96 pounds. So you get jacked up little middle schoolers who are really good, younger brother stuff usually. And we're watching Joe Pesci crush a guy's head in a vice. And there's like little kids behind us. We're like, Coach, I don't know if this is good.
It's perfect.
I'll throw you a curveball. In middle school, when I was in 7th grade, we had 2 choices for films. I forgot the other choice, but everyone voted for Monty Python and the Holy Grail, which shocked me, because I was like, oh, no one's going to vote for this. And everyone voted for it. And it was the best hour and a half on a bus ever, especially just the coconuts. The
good stuff.
So good.
I wish I went down further in the rabbit hole of Monty Python, because I did Life of Brian and Flying Circus and the Holy Grail and things like that. There's a million movies.
Meaning of Life.
Meaning of Life, I didn't watch.
That was good.
I had the opportunity and I didn't take it.
They have specials too.
Yeah.
They have specials too out from in Britain. My uncle Joe used to have the tapes, like now for something completely different. And then there was another one. I forgot the title of it, but it had like a whole compilation of their skits, and they interconnected it. Like,
Cool.
Who's gonna face a gang of nuns or a gang of old grannies? Come on now.
That's a good one. It's a good reference, by the way. Without Monty Python, there's no Kids in the Hall. There's no, in my opinion, there's no, like, do you think one leads to the other with regard to that stuff?
Agreed. I agree.
Much like this leads further away from our topic of this episode.
Well, it's like without SNL, there was no, like, at the time, Fridays or even SCTV. I feel like SCTV became more popular after SNL aired, and controversy, SCTV I think is a little bit funnier, just because of I'm a John Candy fan. I love John Candy, and he was SCTV all the way.
Closer matchup than Mad TV, I think. Mad TV had some fun moments, but it was nowhere near SNL.
Oh God, no.
No. Like, I remember Stewart. Where nobody's gonna do the imitation here, because we're gonna get roasted if we do that. But yeah. All right, let's get back to Leprechaun. Leprechaun. So he's searching for his gold in which location in the United States of America?
North Dakota.
Which is where, all the action's happening.
Mm-hmm.
In North Dakota. Name one location besides the capital and Fargo.
Don't you know?
See it in the comments, kids.
Bismarck?
Isn't that the capital? Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, we're just going to make ourselves look stupid.
Twin Forks. Isn't there a Twin Forks up there?
There is a Twin Forks up there.
Yes.
Well played.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time north of North Dakota, and I never put one thought into the land that was south of me. It was in Manitoba, which is a wonderful place. It's like the farmland province of Canada. Our wonderful neighbors to the north.
So speaking of farms,
ooh,
Leprechaun was filmed on the same set as The Waltons and Little House on the Prairie.
I mean, same vibe, right? Same vibe.
Yeah. Good night, John Boy. Good night, Leprechaun. Good night, Jennifer Aniston's nose.
Did you read the quote from Warwick Davis where he felt it was a little blasphemous to be filming a film on such sacred land?
Yeah. I mean,
did he really go that cheesy with it?
Yes.
Listen, it didn't stay sacred after them anyway. You get Annabelle Creations filmed there, and
God.
The 2018 Leprechaun gets filmed there too.
That's the
sequel. A lesser film, in my opinion.
Definitely lesser. Sequel? It is. It's like it skipped 2, 3.
The 2018 one is kind of rebooty, isn't it? With
that's what I thought.
With Hornswoggle.
Oh, that one. That Origins was definitely rebooty, but that was a whole different Leprechaun. I feel like the one was like Leprechaun Returns. That was the one
once we get past like 3 with Leprechaun, I'm sort of hazy because I don't know that I ever watched all of them.
Come on, Leprechaun 4 in space.
I've definitely seen of it. I don't know if I've ever watched all of Leprechaun in Space or.
Best scene is he breaks out of this guy's crotch right in the beginning of the film. Best scene in the entire film. And then it goes downhill.
Yeah, memorable moment. Literally downhill. Down calf, maybe. But yeah. The franchise itself kind of, I mean, where are you going to go with it? The first movie has no right being as good as it is. Mm-hmm. I mean, personally. and then that's personal opinion. It's just good. And then where are you going to go with that franchise? You can't make
There's
it
nowhere to
serious.
go. No.
No. They tried. They tried with the second one. They did like the whole thing. I'm looking for a bride, and it connects it to
Mhm.
like the whatever time period it is, like medieval times. And he's like, "Oh, I'm looking for the bride," and he comes back. And I think the third one's Las Vegas, which that one's like a cash cow, but it's like a fun cash cow.
Yeah, a
You
leprechaun
know,
that's obsessed with gold coins in Vegas. Like, how can you
it,
miss?
it's a classic. It's
Leprechaun
like
plays
going.
the slots.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
I tried slipping that in a couple times, like when my dad used to
I
like
bet
rent
you did.
movies from Blockbuster. Oh, try to slip in like the horror films and stuff, like the intriguing ones, like Night of the Demons.
Night of
You
the
know,
Demons quality is a quality slip in.
you know, you guys kept mentioning it, and I was thinking about one day of actually slipping the videotape into the VCR. And
Yeah.
this is at his house, and he like ran in like freaking out. He was like, "Do not play this." He's like taking the eject button out, and I was like, "What's wrong with this film?" And he's like, "That one day you'll know, one day." And there's definitely nothing wrong with that film.
Can you do me a favor? Can you please stop saying slip it in?
I tried desperately to continue saying it after I saw what it was doing to you, John. Especially when we transition to Night of the Demons, which is it's a slip in film. It is. It is. There's lots of scenes. But yeah. Double entendre. You saw it here today, everybody. Xenomania episode 11. Let's slip back to the look of the Irish. I was thinking of it might be one of your top fives actually, but I was thinking of like movies that pull in from the whole mythological lore of the fairy folk and stuff, which you're not supposed to say, by the way, listeners. That makes them angry. You call them fairies, it pisses them off. So you say the good folk,
Yep.
and other random names that you can use per specific type. But a leprechaun is a fairy. If you weren't aware of that, you are now.
Yes, he is.
And they've somewhat recently there's been a few movies, one foreign, I believe, that does pull in from the whole like these are elves or these are and they're coming into the house and things like that. And I kind of like that. I hope they make more movies like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Evil
Coming
fairies
from
and
that.
stuff. That'd
It's
be
just
pretty cool.
inherently they're chaos. They're not necessarily evil per se. It's dangerous to mess with them because they're chaotic in nature and you can be killed. It's like the same thing playing with gasoline. It could be
Right.
great. It could be great for the barbecue. We could have a great time with it, or we could lose Uncle Frank. That's just the way it goes. So it was nice to see that, or
Mm-hmm.
to like see that there's movies like that. Leprechaun though is not a serious horror film with regard to the fairy folk of Ireland.
No, no.
So one of the most ridiculous parts I think is when he bites the finger off. He bites well, he's mentioned nose. In one of the Leprechaun movies, he bites somebody's nose off. Unfortunately, it's not Jennifer Aniston's.
No, not yet. At least. I think that's in either the second or the third one. He does bite
Mhm.
Ozzy's ear, which I
Mm-hmm.
always thought he like bit his ear off, and it's like no, he just took a bite out. He bit someone. He bit the coin dealer's leg. He bites Nathan's leg. Takes a chunk out of it, but nothing too crazy.
He's a
He gets
biter.
shot like yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
he is a biter. For a horror lead monster, he's big into like toothy child bites.
So speaking of Ozzy,
Ooh, Ozzy.
played by Mark Holton, he's also the guy in Naked Gun who at the baseball game stands up and says, "It's Enrico Palazzo."
Yep.
I was distracted by Ozzy at first because I swear he looks like he could be Chris Farley's brother or cousin, maybe named Mitch Farley.
Mitch
Was sort
Farley.
of envisioning him as him. But then I looked him up on IMDb, and he's sort of aged into Kevin James's brother Devin.
Oh wow, okay.
That's like an interesting transformation right there, from a
Like
Farley to a Smith.
he could be like Paul Blart's brother in a movie.
The only thing that movie is going for it's the title. Paul Blart is the best name for a mall cop you can possibly want. Man, there's another actor in it. I don't know his name. The one whose finger gets bitten off for the ring. He's like, "Here, take my card," or whatever. Is this the same one? Am I thinking of a different Leprechaun?
I think that's the second one.
It's the second one too. Lots of limbs get bitten off in the Leprechaun movies.
That was the second one. The father gets bit in the hand.
Okay.
J.D. Sandiford, who's played by John Sandiford, who was in Firestarter and Ryan's Hope, where he starred as Frank Ryan.
I mean, he gets bit because he's a moron.
Well, yeah, he's like, "Come here, kitty, kitty, kitty," and I'm like, "Oh God, like something's gonna happen." And it was very long and extended, and in my opinion, should have just been like, "Here, kitty, kitty," maybe a beat, and then bite, not like repeat it 2 or 3 more times, because.
And it's you stick your hand into a hole in a tree. You're lucky if it's only a leprechaun that bites you.
That scene messed. I was a tree climber, and everybody knows that knotted hole in a tree when you're climbing around and stuff like that. And I was freaked out that there was always going to be some awful thing.
It's where the bees are.
That's where the bees are. I'd rather bees than a leprechaun biting off my pinky.
I'd survive the leprechaun biting me. I'd die from the bees.
Oh, true. You do have a different set of parameters with regard to that one. We got ourselves a Thomas J situation, everybody. We got to keep John away from the bees. Right. So in the movie, we go through him running around looking for his coin. How do they vanquish the little fucker? It's basically where we're at.
A 4-leaf clover.
It's 4-leaf clovers, yeah.
4-leaf clovers get rid of him, right? And how does that work?
Hold on. Let's set up how Tori finds out. It's one of my favorite scenes in the movie, and I was waiting for it. Is the wheelchair scene where he's just rolling around. It's one of my favorite scenes because he crashes in, but then as he crashes through the top of the elevator, it's O'Grady, and that's how Tori finds out. It's a nice little scene where he's like, "You need to find the 4-leaf clover. It's over there," and it's like, "All right," and it's just like that whole build-up. Then it works out. It's a good ending.
It's a good ending. It's an ending that makes sense too. Kind of. It's not like an ass pull ending. Correct.
Well, I forget he gets turned into a zombie or his skin's all melted off, and he's like, "I want me gold," and one shotgun blast, and then they throw dynamite in there, and they blow him up. Oh, it's 1993. It's like the end of the 80s, beginning of the 90s. They're trying to start with a bang here.
Yep, and people don't forget the 80s are still going on for 90, 91, and 92. 93 is the official start of the 90s.
Yes.
And the same thing goes. Same thing goes for every decade. It's always bleeding.
So they absolutely ripped off Leprechaun with the idea of Jigsaw, right? You have the whole scene. You have the whole scene of the Leprechaun riding around on the tricycle, and then he gets to the pawn shop. Hold on, he gets to the pawn shop, and he asks the pawn shop guy if he wants to play a game.
That's true.
Oh no, that is a weird connection.
The pogo stick. Yes. Sorry, that's a great scene too.
That is a weird connection. Because not just weird, it's an interesting connection. Because who would take direct inspiration from Leprechaun to make a big budget horror movie like Saw?
I'll tell you who, James Wan.
Yeah, apparently James Wan did. Oh wow, and it's possible. That's too uncanny to just ignore.
Yeah, I had forgotten all about it, and then it happened. Wait a minute.
I may or may not skip around at times when I watch films, especially when I'm trying to jam it into a long day with work and children and whatnot. And that is definitely a scene that I jumped right to, by the way, was him on the tricycle. And I was just like, I have no recollection of him riding a tiny little bike.
He has an endless stream of little things to ride around in. He's got the mini car that he gets pulled over in.
He's got the self-made go-kart with the pitchfork at the end where he flips over the truck, crashes through the barn like a maniac.
That's his thing. The best part about the character is he's unapologetically maniacal. He enjoys mayhem, and we enjoy watching him commit acts of mayhem.
And
That's the
his
best part about
one-liners.
Leprechaun. Yes, yeah. There's good witty wordplay and stuff in the movie too.
It's just Warwick Davis. He's like, just his accent is just magic, and he's like the Irish accent, and it's just like, I mean, of course, it's Leprechaun, so he's gonna be Irish, but like the limericks and the lyric, like how he sings it, it's just like very poetic, and it's like, dude, you're like a cult horror movie villain, like putting your heart and soul into this character. This is phenomenal.
He's a super well trained actor playing a part that's well beneath his ability level, and he's elevating the part to himself. Is really what you're describing. Wasn't he a theater guy too?
Yes.
I don't know if he was in theater, but I have a feeling he was in theater.
I feel like
I don't know. I'll confirm that later.
it's interesting though, because if he is, it's like a lot of the actors who become part of the horror genre were all theater actors. Like Robert Englund was a theater actor before he became Freddy, and Phantom of the Opera was the other one.
You need that expressiveness, and that's one of the things Warwick brings to the character of Leprechaun. So I was going to try to slip that in later, but the whole idea is when he's being expressive and everything, and they do such a great job with the makeup, but it's his mannerisms that sell it.
Oh God, yes.
He's constantly like jazz handsing and whatnot throughout the entire movie.
The hide and seek scene where he's like, "I'm here. No, I'm here. I'm over here." And he's just like jumping around.
This is a broke leprechaun, right? He's not a wealthy leprechaun.
Oh no,
he's been robbed.
He doesn't have a pot of gold. He's got a little bag.
Oh, baggy.
It's supposed to be a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, right? But he's just got this little pouch. He's broke.
100 coins.
He's a broke leprechaun. I mean, we don't judge on his socioeconomic status. Jeez, John.
I mean, I do. You're a leprechaun. Do better.
Do better. Get your full-time job.
Get an OnlyFans. Do something.
Please don't.
Leprechaun feet.
No.
Oh, I bet you there's a market for that.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting market, trying to find his gold.
Yes, indeed.
He also runs around saying, "Nobody takes my gold." But it sure seems like everybody takes his gold.
He's not well guarded. I think he likes it.
O'Grady. I mean, O'Grady's fine because he seems like he's sort of with it. But then Ozzy and a little kid take his gold.
Yeah, this is a it's poor excuse of a leprechaun's actions. He's supposed to be on top of that. He's supposed to be protecting that. Like,
better be careful. You're playing with fire here. You're gonna wake up and hear like hoity hoity hoity.
Why do you think I'm wearing green right now? Okay, protection.
I went gray. Just to hide. Yeah. That would have been
blood.
smart. See if I can find any leprechaun merch down at Monster Mania. I doubt there'll be any.
You can. No,
you think there'll be
you
some?
Can. Yep.
Yeah.
Monster Mania is massive, man.
Yeah. I saw that the amount of vendors that are there is going to be wild.
It's a good celebrity list too. I was taking a look at that. There's a lot of cool celebrities going to be there.
Most exciting one was the Oaks one for me because I was so excited about the Alien. It's everybody who was affiliated with the Alien franchise was there that weekend. I was so pissed. Legend has it you could have gotten a vial of Bill Paxton's sweat if you looked hard enough.
See, that crushes me, Bill Paxton.
Yeah, he's dead, everybody, if you don't know.
He is.
Curry's not, but Bill Paxton is.
Tim Curry's still alive, everyone. Still alive.
This week, Tim Curry's still alive. I check daily.
That's our weekly Tim Curry update.
I watched Bill Murray was on Hot Ones recently as well. And I was sitting there thinking, every time we'd make this joke, I think, man, it's really going to suck when Tim Curry does go, though. I love Tim Curry. And I watched Bill Murray on Hot Ones, and I was like, I don't think this country's ready to lose Bill Murray.
You know, he was on Joe Rogan?
Bill Murray?
Yeah, he was. It aired today. He was on Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan was explaining what a podcast is, and Bill Murray, they were just shooting the shit, and it was just great. And Bill Murray just had the biggest smile on his face, and I love Bill Murray. I just
love him too. More
he's
footage. Well, the fact that he's doing so much press with no movie coming out is a little scary, actually. Does he have a film coming out?
no, not from my
Oh
knowledge.
no.
Not that I'm aware of.
I know he does stuff to have fun, like, but people don't do Hot Ones and Joe Rogan if they're not promoing. So that's interesting.
It's not going to be another Ghostbusters film. I hope not, at least. Yeah, I Frozen Empire heard tanked, so
Right?
sad
It wasn't
waste.
very CGI. You can't remake that movie in this era where they're trying to easy mode it. They need to use the exact same special effects, and they have to use Rick Moranis at the end. Dig up Sigourney Weaver while you're at it.
I didn't think Frozen Empire was terrible in a vacuum.
Okay.
Like if it was just called Frozen Empire, it's kind of an enjoyable movie. You put Ghostbusters in front of it, and it has a whole mountain of expectation that it can't. I mean, it can't live up to.
No, you're never going to capture that magic again. Dan Aykroyd's making vodka and talking about UFOs now. We lost Egon. Bill Murray. Do Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray ever like reconnect? Or are they still mad at each other? I know that they were pissy with each other for a long time.
It was actually Bill Murray and Harold Ramis were pissy, and they made
Oh,
up
I thought it was
before. They made up right before Harold Ramis passed away. Dan
good.
Aykroyd and Bill Murray, they were cool. They're friends. I don't know if they're like close friends, but they were friends. Dan Aykroyd was closer with John Belushi. That was his main best friend. And once John went, that's when he kind of like Dan's cool with everyone, but that was his guy.
He's off his rocker. Speaking of Joe Rogan episodes, watch the one with Dan Aykroyd if you want to learn about that guy. It's like there's this magical place in New York called Herkimer where they have these diamonds, and if you pour the vodka over the diamonds, it gives you the magic. And then you're like, okay, Dan, that's when the Men in Black came. You're like, what the fuck is he talking about? Yeah, Dan Aykroyd.
Now, was
he's the
it
right kind of crazy, though. No, I don't think so, dude. If it was a skit, he sold it pretty well for an hour plus.
Like, you question it because it's like the Joaquin Phoenix thing, right? When he went on Letterman all eons ago. Now saying eons ago where he had the beard and stuff, and he was just like incoherent. It was just for a role. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Eons ago. It's so weird. Feels just like yesterday. Like walking into school and being like, did anyone see Letterman last night? That bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
What happened with Phoenix?
He got like artistically crazy. It's very predictable watching him go down this path, my personal opinion. But I don't know. I don't think it was method acting from the Joker that did it to him, I'll tell you that much. Like he's just huffing his own gas too much.
He is an awesome person to meet. I will shout out that. I didn't meet him in person, and he's pretty cool. He signed an autograph for a fan. Like, very easygoing. It's like
nice.
2000.
You loved it.
2008.
Did you manage to slip in any questions?
No, I was so starstruck that like I called him Johnny Cash like a little noob because I just saw Walk the
I'm sure
Line.
he hated that. I'm sure he hated that.
So I looked younger because I have a baby face without the beard. So I'm like a junior in high school, but I look like a middle schooler. I don't have a beard or anything, and I had like a full head of hair. So he just kind of gave me a pass, smiled, and gave me a nod. Now I was like, and then after he left, I was like, fuck, it was Joaquin Phoenix, son of a bitch. But at least he acknowledged, he gave me a smile. I'll take it.
Yeah, that is good.
So I'll do you one better with uncomfortable interactions with celebrities.
Boy.
I met Adrienne Barbeau at a convention one time. And, she was talking and like we're taking a picture and she stands next to me really close. I looked at her and I said, I've had the biggest crush on you since I was a little kid. And I'm like 45.
Oh. That didn't really hit right?
The look I got was, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean that you're old. Like, just that. Oh.
Yeah.
Was she wearing the jumpsuit from Cannonball Run?
No. but she looked good.
Watching how they doll themselves up at the cons and things like that, it's admirable to say the least. And then you see the ones that don't bother. I don't want to name names, John Cusack, but oh my god,
was he in a trench coat with a boombox? Well, this time, if he ever sees this episode, he will. He'll be across from your stand. Why'd you say it? Why'd you say it, Kearns?
Say anything, say anything. No, he was. I don't know. He looked like he just looked very ill. To be honest with you, he looked very sick. So I hope he's okay. There were others there though that looked fine. But
There's the hot
anyway,
tub time machine.
yeah, exactly. All right. So Leprechaun, guys, we did Leprechaun, sort of, kind of.
Well,
We've got
sort
through the
of.
vanquishing.
So I have an end of movie question for you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
This is the kind of question I leave a lot of movies with, but how do you think they explained the abandoned cop car?
Oh, that's a good question.
I don't know.
Because
The,
Cop car.
the cop's still in there.
the cop's
they didn't move
dead.
the body. Yeah, he's dead in
Yeah,
the car.
how are you going to explain a dead cop in a cop car?
To whom?
Whoever comes looking for the cop. Someone's going to come. He's a cop. Somebody's going to come looking for him.
The cops do show up at the end.
Okay, so are you saying, like, how do they resolve the situation of the cop who's left dead in his car?
How, if you're Tory, what do you tell the cops? They already tried to tell him it was a leprechaun and they didn't believe him. You're going to tell the cops now that the dead cop in the cop car was killed by a leprechaun?
Yeah, we didn't murder this.
And then you're not able to produce a leprechaun, so.
Ozzy's office rocker. They don't believe Ozzy, so Tori can come up with a whole new story.
This is how Nathan winds up on death row.
No, that's a very good point. That's not a plot hole either. It's just like that's a fact hole. It's just going to be a problem.
It happens at the end of so many movies where there's like, oh, we resolved the problem, everything, and there's just that one glaring thing that's like, how are they going to explain that one?
That's just us getting too damn old. That's what that is. They're like, damn kids didn't think this through at all. That's what it is. Like, when we were younger, nobody cared about that crap. Like, yeah, he's dead. Let's go get some Pop-Tarts. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're like, man, how are they going to do with that? Homeland Security is going to be up their asses. I don't know.
Poor Deputy Turner. His whole family's thinking about him. They're all over eating Pop-Tarts.
He was way more than 2 days from retirement, though.
He was getting too old for that shit.
He needed to pad that pension.
He was trying.
Don't we all?
Trying.
All right, so that's Leprechaun. I don't know if we're next St. Patrick's Day, we'll do Leprechaun 2, I guess, because I don't know if we're going through this franchise slow or fast, everybody. But for now, that's Leprechaun.
I nominate for slow because I feel like we can do this for a couple St. Patrick's Day. We got 2, we got 3. Space, In the Hood, Back to the Hood, Origins.
Back to the Hood is wild. Yeah, Origins. So then by then we'll all be getting our AARP cards if we do it once a year. That's like 7 years away. But after that, we can get into those other movies I talked about or alluded to. With
getting your AARP card?
Well, technically, I already have one because you don't have to be old. All you have to do is just sign up. And it's just like having a AAA card. You can just, all right, everybody. So this has been Leprechaun. We're gonna get into the guys' top 5s. Let's go with Ryan. What's your top 5 for this week?
So, Folklore. Leprechaun's a folklore. It's mythical, and I decided to go with the folklore realm.
You did this for me. This for me. I love Folklore. Can't wait for how many times I interject during this.
I'm hoping you're down for this folklore because I actually I did some research because I was like, what are some folklore horror film? And I had some idea, and some I agreed with and some I didn't. Shout out to a couple they consider folklore that I just also think are just good. It's Midsommar. I love Midsommar. It's not in the top 5 because I don't consider it folklore. They consider it, I guess, folky. They mixed it up.
Yeah, I was going to say
folky. But it came up, so I just like to give a shout out. It's some wild scenes in there. But with the folklore list, I hope you guys like it. And we're gonna start off with number 5. It's a film I haven't seen since the VHS days in the early '90s, and it's a based on a Bram Stoker novella. Came out in 1988, and it's The Lair of the White Worm.
Oh, interesting.
And it's folklore, like Egyptian folklore. Archaeologists find, I guess, the tomb of this lizard snake woman. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but she can transform to a snake, and she's like a vampire. It's very like Bram Stoker wrote that as well as Dracula simultaneously. Dracula
Hmm.
came out first, and then it was The Lair of the White Worm. So interesting stuff, and that I think is also connected to Bram Stoker's The Mummy, which came out in 1996. When they had the titles, we were talking about Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Bram Stoker's The Mummy. So this kind of like predates it, The Lair of the White Worm, in 1988. Number 4, I went with something modern since we mentioned it last episode. The Blair Witch Project.
Nice.
There's some folklore to it. The folklore of the witch in the woods. A group of 3 film students go into the woods to find out what happened to, I think, one of their siblings, and it goes haywire because they don't believe, and they eventually do believe. And seeing that film early in the morning at like 4 o'clock in the middle of the woods it's creepy. Just gonna say that, but it's a cool
Hmm.
effect. It is a cool
We
effect.
we draw on the Baba Yaga thing, the Velka and all that stuff. We draw on that whole old crone in the woods thing, and it's still creepy. They do that vibe in Pumpkinhead too, John, and
Yep.
it that's what elevates Pumpkinhead for me, is that whole symbiotic sort of relationship between her and that little like cocoon version that she uses for
Mm-hmm.
the ritual to bring Pumpkinhead out, because he's really Pumpkinhead's a golem. But anyway, that's another folklore thing. But anyway,
Yep.
no, I love the Blair Witch because it nails the whole Baba Yaga thing so perfectly, and you never see the witch. That's why it's successful.
You feel it's the witch's presence with like the
Right.
little like the messages and just like even the ending. The ending still it's still creepy, and it's something that no one's ever going to copy, in
No,
my opinion.
it is peak found footage. It never got better. Um, Paranormal Activity wasn't as good, but it was up there.
Yeah.
I don't think anything beat Blair Witch. Cloverfield didn't beat Blair Witch. Blair Witch was the best found footage film of that time period, I think, in my limited view. Now I'm looking at John's face, and I can usually tell when he's like, what do you
I'm
think
out
was
on
better?
Blair Witch.
Yeah.
I never
Well, I mean,
liked
as
Blair
for
Witch.
found footage, I just found it to be very scary, you
For
know?
the
See,
time especially.
it for me, Blair Witch built it and built it and built it, but didn't deliver. Like
Oh,
Okay.
the standing, the ending.
that last scene, they had me ready to be
You
super
wanted a
scared,
jump
and
scare,
then
yeah.
I
You know what's
wanted
a good
something to
example?
be scary besides him standing in a corner.
You know what's a good example of that though? Like you're nailing it on that. It does leave you kind of waiting for it. One movie that did build it, and delivered was Sinister, and that's why I liked Sinister so much, is because the ending hit
Mm-hmm.
hard, and you're just like,
Yeah.
oh man. If Blair Witch could have pulled something like that off, it would have been better. And I guess Sinister actually does the found footage thing too by pulling up the old tapes. So it feels found footagey, but it's a regular movie. It's kind of a nice marriage of the two. Anyway, this isn't about
Mm-hmm.
Sinister. We'll do that episode one day.
Yes, we will.
Ryan's gonna love doing that one. He loves film. But anyway, so we got Blair Witch. What's next?
Yep. Number 3, Sleepy Hollow, 1999, starring Johnny Depp, Christina Ricci, Christopher Walken, um, Alan Rickman. It just,
Spoiler.
wow.
I
Wait,
forgot Alan
oh
Rickman was in
God.
that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, spoiler, Christopher Walken is the Headless Horseman. If you haven't seen it or haven't known about it, especially if you're from New York, like I feel like that's like a gimme to watch since it's come out. Directed by Tim Burton, it follows the Sleepy Hollow story, and instead of being a teacher, Ichabod Crane, played by Johnny Depp, is a detective investigating the
Yeah.
murders of a Vengeful Horseman, played by Christopher Walken.
Mm-hmm. Needle teeth, headless horseman.
Yes.
Yep,
he
he's got the
always
sharp teeth.
freaked me out. Always freaked me
Movie
out.
holds up. Movie's good. I've watched it since a few times. It's just, yeah, it's decent watch. Just works.
Yeah, it works.
It holds up. It holds up, and it's nice because it's like it's in our backyard. Us being from New York, Sleepy Hollow being close. It's like it's cool.
We should go down and do the stupid Halloween thing down there again next year because
It's
just
fun.
getting older, we haven't done it because the kids were too little to do it. And it is crowded, but it was fun. And they always have the headless horseman riding up on the horse. There was the year I almost absolutely crapped my pants in public. Was the guy who was in the suit where it's a tree. When he
Yeah.
crouches down, he's a tree. But then he stands up and unfolds into a praying mantis, and he was behind me, and I didn't know it, and I about died, and I
I
never
had,
get scared in those haunted houses.
I had the cornstalk guy pop out, and he just jumped. Yeah, I was like, nope, nope. And clowns, nope. I pushed Jada in front. I'm
Too
sorry.
easy, yeah, that's too easy. I don't like when they go for the easy stuff. The jump scare stuff is kind of like, yeah, it's part of the experience, so you get your C minus for that. And the clown thing, no, it's so easy.
With an axe, and it's like I like the Joker, but nope, circus clowns. I no,
Can't do
it's
it.
weird. But
Mhm.
hey, we already mentioned number two earlier. Pumpkinhead,
Nice.
1988. There's a lot of folklore, and you nailed it straight. You gave the description great. It's a great film. Lance Henriksen's great. Avenging his son and getting Pumpkinhead to wreak havoc. It's part of all of our childhood. I feel, and just we grew up with
Such a
it.
great
And
monster design. Such a
oh
great
my
creature
god,
design.
yes. I
Iconic, up there with the xenomorph itself.
Yep.
The head's very xenomorph because it's just like the elongated head,
Mhm.
but it's just creepier because like he's not biting your head off, he's like tearing your head off, and then no, that's scarier in my opinion.
I think that one's a really good one for folklore too, because I did mention now we're in it. The golem aspect. It is the story of a golem, and
Yes.
Yep.
that's in Hebrew lore for listeners. If you're of the Jewish tradition and you have a legitimate gripe, if you've been wronged. You have to have been wronged, which is the father losing the son in the movie Pumpkinhead. You go to a rabbi though, not a crazy witch who's blind in the woods, and the rabbi uses a magical spoon to mold mud into a golem, and the golem it commits your acts of revenge or vengeance for you. It's a really cool one, and it's very much so a real bit of folklore and Jewish tradition. And Pumpkinhead is a carbon copy of that, but they just did such a great job.
Yeah, they did. And especially for the time, 1988, it all holds up. All these movies we've mentioned or talk about, stuff we've reviewed, stuff on the top 5, everything still holds up to today.
Mhm.
And like
Absolutely.
cool kudos to modern film, but
I saw that shot.
We'll
Don't worry.
we'll see if my 5 holds up.
Nice. All
well,
right. And
I'll say
what's number one, Brian?
it might be a curveball for you guys, but it's directed by Wes Craven, stars Bill Pullman. It's definitely about folklore, Asian folklore. It's The Serpent and the Rainbow.
Oh, cool.
I actually watched it in college. I did a paper on the movie as well as the whole zombie influence of taking the medicine. It was quite an interesting paper. I think I did it for like a health class in college, but watching the movie, doing the comparison and stuff. To give a little more feedback, Bill Pullman's a journalist and he goes to Haiti to investigate this medicine that will kill someone instantly and then bring them back as a zombie. And he goes through a trippy adventure, and the movie is trippy. It's a fun watch, and it's good Wes Craven. It's like
Mhm.
during that time he was doing like She Did Shocker and People Under the Stairs. He was doing all those films, so It's a good watch.
Serpent and the Rainbow sort of, when I watched it when it first came out, it missed me. Every time I've watched it since, I've liked it more and more. It's kind of like a more mature horror film.
Yes.
It's you 18, 19 years old, you're not going to really get that movie.
It's not like
I've never seen it.
Oh, highly recommend it. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's in your wheelhouse. It's
I
definitely
love movies like that too. I like finding those missed opportunities and stuff like that. So Serpent and the Rainbow, maybe I'll watch it a little bit later.
And just real quick, it's like I feel like Angel Heart with Mickey Rourke and Robert De Niro and Lisa Bonet. Like it's similar to that Serpent and the Rainbow where it's like you watch it when you're like 18, 17. It's like, okay, it's not a bad movie, but it's like, and then as you get older, you appreciate it more because it's like
well, when you're 17, 18 years old, you're watching it because Lisa Bonet takes her clothes off.
Yes.
Like you're not really, and you're not watching Angel Heart when you're that age for anything else but that scene. At least when it first came out. Maybe it's a little different now, but like she was still,
they were like not pervy though, but that wasn't. There were not many places to get that.
She was exactly Bill Cosby's TV daughter.
Like it wasn't. Porn wasn't everywhere. There weren't any OnlyFans. You had to watch Angel Heart to get porn back then.
Yeah,
that's what we're trying to say to you.
Or look through the scramble on your TV at the stations you don't get, and guess if that's actually a body part or just some other blur.
It's an elbow.
God.
Mm-hmm. It's a sexy elbow, though.
Sexy wavy elbows.
Curvature.
That should be our spinoff podcast, Sexy Wavy Elbows. All right, John. Now that you're in the mode, let's swing into your top 5.
So I'm going to preface my top 5 with, it is born out of the absolute rage I have for the Oscars and how poorly, especially this year, how poorly horror was treated.
It was
Nosferatu, Shut Out, The Substance. They even left Tony Todd out of the In Memoriam. How do you leave Tony Todd out?
No, they didn't.
Tony Todd was the biggest one left out of the In Memoriam, but they also left out another actress as well. Yeah.
There were a few. There were a few bad misses by them. I mean, they left Michelle Trachtenberg out, which, you can sort of say, well, it was like just a few days before, maybe they didn't edit it in or whatever, but it like just bad. So, given that displeasure, I went with 5 award-winning actors who were in horror movies before they were famous.
Okay.
They're not all Academy Award winners. There's a couple Emmys mixed in here.
That's fine.
So my number 5 stars Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
No.
Elaine.
Troll.
Yes.
Really?
Troll.
I didn't realize she was in Troll.
Yep. Not Troll 2, the super awful Troll, but Troll 1.
We got to get her in Troll Hunter.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Troll Hunter was another great one. We have to do one on that one day.
Absolutely. That's kind of found footagey.
Yep, it's very found footagey. It's docu-scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you get a San Francisco apartment overrun by a troll looking for a ring that's going to make him human.
I mean, I'm with the troll on this one. We should be helping, not harming.
Yeah.
It's great being human, troll. Trust us.
Any troll we can convert to humanity is a win for us.
I feel that on both levels of meaning, by the way.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. So my number 4 is Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Interesting.
Okay.
We get Hilary Swank.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
What an actress, too.
You also get David Arquette, but he didn't win any major awards.
He won my heart.
And a couple wrestling titles.
Yeah.
Yeah. We won't talk about that. Well,
There's an Arquette that was in a great horror movie, but
Patricia, Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
Stigmata. Oh, I was thinking Stigmata.
I was going
Yeah,
Dream
Stigmata
Warriors.
was good too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, fair.
So I think we know what Buffy the Vampire Slayer is. We don't really need a real description, but teenage girl finds out that she's her generation's vampire killer.
Boobs and Pee Wee Herman.
Yep. Number 3, we get George Clooney. He's actually got a couple, but I went with Return to Horror High over Return of the Killer Tomatoes.
That's a bold move because Return of the Killer Tomatoes might be more obscure, to be honest.
Return to Horror High is pretty obscure too.
Clooney really worked his way up, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He did a lot of movies when he was younger that nobody knows about.
No, a lot of bad ones. So Return to Horror High is years after the murders at a high school. A movie company sets out to make a movie about the killings when history starts to repeat itself.
See, that sounds good though.
I didn't say these were bad before they were famous movies. These are all awesome. Even Troll is awesome.
Well, Troll's a gimme. Yeah.
My number 2, I think we've mentioned on the podcast before, but it's another twofer because we get Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger.
Oh, I know where this is going.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation.
Yeah, this is one of Ryan's favorites.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so good. I mean, it's bad, but it's so good because it's like, well, it's a failed reboot that just works.
Yeah. You get a group of teens that crash their car and then stumble on Leatherface and his family, and Matthew McConaughey hamming it up.
So one of Leatherface, he's like he dresses like a woman the entire time. This is the one, right?
Yeah.
With the black dress and stuff. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because then right before that's Viggo Mortensen.
Okay.
Yep.
McConaughey talks about this a little bit. He had an interview. He wrote a book, which it seems like it was really bad. But sorry, McConaughey, I love you.
Was it called All Right, All Right?
I think it might be. I think it might be. No, he also self-narrates the entire. If you want to listen to some fun sound bites, he narrates the audiobook.
Is he driving a Lincoln?
He leans into it. It sounds. It's so McConaughey. It's like he's in his Dazed and Confused costume in a Lincoln, just listening to all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, over and over again. That's how McConaughey it is. It's bad, but he does do about 10 minutes talking about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and it makes it a worthy at least those 10 minutes because it's cool hearing him talk about that part. This is on the Segura podcast. I think 2 Bears, 1 Cave. If you want to listen to that.
Does he crap on it?
No, it's just about the experience of filming it, being a younger man, what he learned from like that era of acting. That's why it's cool because that's what the book's about, is like where he is in life.
Yeah, I get the impression he doesn't look back on things and have a lot of bad memories. He seems like the kind of guy that's enjoyed most of what he's done.
And that's partially by design. McConaughey traveled the country to do promo for a terrible movie, Savannah, right, or something, or what is it? Yeah, is that the one? Not Savannah.
Sahara.
Is it Sierra? Sahara. Thank you.
The one based on the Clive Cussler book.
Yeah. And he just barbecued out of an RV. That was his promo. He's like, listen, to the studio, I got a great idea. You're going to give me $100,000 for beef. And I'm going to drive around the country and I'm going to cook it. And that's what he did. He just went around and grilled for people and stuff.
Yeah.
I love McConaughey.
I think he is one of those people who's very comfortable in his skin and just loves all of it.
Yeah, agreed.
And my number 1, Leonardo DiCaprio in Critters 3.
Oh.
I was like, he was in a Critters movie.
Yep.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I did not know he was in a Critters movie. I can't wait till we blow through Critters month. That's going to be wild.
I should put that on the schedule for early next year.
Yeah, Critters is going to take us a minute. I didn't know
Yep.
DiCaprio was in 3. That's cool, man.
Yep.
Very cool. I still think Gilbert Grape's scarier.
That's how he acted in Critters.
Yeah,
no,
might
I'm
be.
joking. No.
It's the mama. That's the scary part of Gilbert Grape is the mama. But no, Critters, man. DiCaprio wasn't like a Disney kid or anything like that, but he's another one who was in a few things when he was pretty young.
Growing Pains.
He was great in Growing Pains. The Christian guy, what's his name? He was so jealous of him because DiCaprio started to steal the spotlight.
Yep.
I'm thinking of the same one, or am I thinking?
The character was
Kirk Cameron.
Another guy. I'm thinking of Kirk Cameron.
Kirk Cameron, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Leo was just a better actor, and it was a better character. Sorry, Matt Weaver. Right? Was it Matt Weaver? Was it Matt? Mark?
Was that his name?
Weaver?
I just remember Boner.
Was it the Weaver? Is that...
I just remember that you could have a show back then with a character named Boner in it. Was that Growing Pains?
That was that? Yeah, it was Growing Pains.
Boner was the name of his best friend. Is Boner coming over for dinner? I can't watch The Simpsons, but I can watch this, Ma. All right.
See, I watched Growing Pains and then The Simpsons. The Simpsons definitely 10 times better. 10 times better.
You know what's sad about this, guys? John's list for his number 1 slot was almost not possible just a few years ago. And I'm probably going to try to bring this up as much as I can. The fact that DiCaprio's got 1 statue is the biggest crime in Hollywood.
Yep.
It's a big one. He could have won 1 for Shutter Island.
That's one.
He could have won 1 for that movie. He did such a great job. I wouldn't give like Inception or anything, and I'm not going to go through all the movies this guy should have won an award for, but Revenant obviously was a great choice for the final nod. Yes.
But you think of some of the people that have 2. Even I mean, I don't want to dump on Adrian Brody. He seems to be taking enough right now. But he's got 2. His speech was apparently like
5 minutes and 30 seconds.
Off-putting.
Oh, really?
It was long and it was kind of arrogant and kind of.
Cillian Murphy was standing there staring at him. That was the best part of it. There's GIFs on the interwebs if you'd like to see. He's just staring daggers at the side of his head, like fidgeting.
You choose. What was one meme? Was you choose Cillian Murphy for the longest speech ever, just to stand there in the background and just showing him just like. As long as he didn't put his hands in his pockets, we were good. He could have went all Peaky Blinder on us.
He came close. But no, he didn't put his hands in his pockets.
I mean, listen, whoever wins next year has instant jokes set up because he's going to get the award from Adrian Brody.
Oh, no, it's true. I forgot they do that. Thanks to Hulu, I didn't get the chance to watch it this. Well, also we were busy, but didn't get a chance to watch it this year, and I was pissed. I'm gonna try to catch a rebroadcast because some of the stuff was pretty funny that I did see in the clips. But anyway, the Oscars notwithstanding, this was Xenomania episode 11. Everybody, those were the top 5s. We're gonna get out of here. We're about an hour and 20 minutes into recording. It's a Friday, and our day jobs are very hard, so this was difficult. But it was fun hanging out with y'all, and we're gonna see you next time. All right.
Have a happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way, because we did talk about leprechauns. So.
And it's totally St. Patrick's Day week when we're recording this.
Or is it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
All right. Later, everybody.
See ya.